Hey everyone, welcome back to Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So I am back with another amazing video related to SQL problem solving, and in today's video I will be discussing a SQL problem and its solution as well, which was asked by Amazon when I was interviewing with them for the data engineer role. So again, it's going to be an amazing SQL question along with some amazing solutions. So make sure you watch this video completely till the end and solve this question along with me. And if you're enjoying solving these kind of interview related SQL questions, then make sure to like this video. And if you're visiting my channel for the first time, smash the subscribe button and press the notification icon. And thanks to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 for sponsoring this video. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is a kind of platform which actually believes in learning by doing. So if you're someone who want to crack some top-notch product-based companies for different job profiles like front-end development, back-end development, full-stack development, and you are lacking in the technical skills and didn't get any chance to work on real-world projects, then this should be the go-to resource for you. So 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is actually helping students and working professionals to acquire latest tech skills by working on real world projects which are actually created by the companies itself. So here you can see some amazing stats: 93% placement, average CTC of 11 LPA, average super dream job CTC 22 LPA, 240 plus hiring partners are available here. So here you can see all those folks who actually enrolled themselves on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 platform and landed into their dream job. Free trial is available for everything. You can get the free trial, and when you are satisfied, then you can enroll here. And also I have provided one special link in the video description. Make sure to check that out. You will be getting some exclusive and amazing offers there. And here is the small glimpse of real world kind of projects which you will be working on in the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, like building Netflix kind of OTT platform, backend development for the Zomato application, building a Google News like app, front-end development for the Airbnb application. Entire detail is mentioned here, including the duration, tech stack, and the kind of projects you will be working here, full stack development program, backend development program. And similarly, there are two amazing, very extensive and job guaranteed programs as well: fellowship program in software development, master's program in QA automation. After completing these programs, there will be a placement guarantee, which is the best part of it. And as soon as you will click on the link which I have provided in the video description, you will be landed on this home page where you will receive a special gift from my side. And as soon as you will unlock it, you can use the promo code to get the extra discount plus scholarship, free guide to product-based company interviews, free guide to best resumes, and free guide to mini projects. For example, like online whiteboard, complete information, the skills, concept, tech stack needed, duration, and references as well. You can definitely create it. And another interesting mini project is emotion-based music player. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Use the link in the description for exclusive offers and coupons, and also book your free trial right now. So in this problem statement of SQL, they actually gave me a table which was named as number pairs, and it was consisting two columns, A and B, and those column values were nothing, just the integer numbers you can say, and the entries you can see are written like this: 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 2, 1, 5, 6, 4, 2. Now the actual problem statement was: remove all reversed number pairs from given table, like this is our input table, and keep only one pair in the output table if something exists, like the reverse pairs exist. And in that case, we can pick any random one, like among those two pairs we can keep only one. If we try to find the reverse number pairs, so for this entry 1, 2, we can see there is one record or one entry which is kind of reversed numbers for this one itself, 1, 2, so it is 2, 1. If we try to find something for 3, 2, so here nothing exists like that. Similarly for 2, 4, we can see one reversed entry, 4, 2, right? So that means this one and this one also will be known as the reversed pairs, okay? And similarly for 5, 6, we can see there is nothing like that. And if you scan this table from the bottom to up, then similarly for 4, 2, yes, 2, 4 is a reverse pair, okay? So that's how this input table will be, and we need to remove all these kind of reverse pair and we can keep only one. So even if you look at this output one, okay, so here you can see based on the logic, the output should look like this: 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, and 5, 6. And that's how we have eliminated these reversed pairs like 2, 1 and 4, 2. So looks like we kept the first one here in the output. And again, I'm telling you this thing, this SQL problem is a often asked interview question. So have been asked by multiple companies for the data analyst, data science, and data engineering interviews. And in this input table, for the simplicity, we can consider there will be one entry for such kind of thing, like 1, 2 and 2, 1 can only be exist once. There won't be any such entries like one entry for 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1 is repeated twice or thrice. There won't be any such record, and also there won't be records where the A and B values are exactly same, like 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2. There won't be any values like that. So this thing we can take it as an assumption and we can try to solve this one. So again, I repeat, if you have understood this problem statement, my first request would be to pause this video, understand it again and try to solve it by your own. Whatever logic you want to apply based on your SQL understanding, try to solve it. Put your solution in the comment section first, and once that part is done, then please resume this video and see my approach which I will be using to solve this particular question. And also I will be providing this create table statement and also the insert statement for this data which I am using in the video description, so you can use it and try to create this thing in your local system and try to execute these queries. So let's start with the approaches, but first again try this question by your own. So we can actually solve this question with 3 approaches, and in this video I will discuss 2 approaches, right? And for the third approach I will give you the hint and I will ask you guys to catch that hint and try to solve it, and you can even share that solution in the comment section. And after reviewing all the comments related to third approach, I will pick the best solution for the third approach and will pin that comment. So the first approach we can use for this solution is using join operation and after that where clause, right? So this can be a one solution. I will discuss it, right, how we are going to solve it. And second solution is using the exist and not exist kind of operations which are available in the SQL. So exists or not exist. So anyone who don't know these operations available in the SQL, I would again request you to give a read, then you will be able to understand this approach clearly. So this is going to be my approach 2. And the third approach, right? Third approach is somehow using the logic of sorting, okay? Using logic of sorting, or we can say logic of deriving a common key, right? So this is the only hint I can give you for the approach 3. And now it's up to you how you guys understand this hint and try to solve it. And I would love to see your approach. But for today's video, I will be talking about these 2 approaches and will execute this thing in the terminal, and I'll try to show you that how it is getting executed. So let's jump on to the first approach. So here is the dummy data. You can see I have already created the same input table which I was showing you. Okay. So first try to solve it using the join operation. So here, first let me explain how this is gonna work. So if you see this input table and somehow we can do this self join operation with a condition to chain those pairs together, right? If we are able to do that, after that what we can do, we can apply a where condition where we can eliminate any one of it, either 1 comma 2 or 2 comma 1. For the self join operation, the on condition which we'll be writing, that is little bit tricky, very little bit, not very complex to understand, and how we can actually chain these 2 pairs together, 1 comma 2 to 2 comma 1. So let's say this is my table T1, right, which is mentioned here, and again we are using the self join here. So that table we can name it as a T2. Okay. So what we actually need to check in the on condition, for the table T1, the column of value B, right, should be equals to the column value of A in the T2 table. And the second condition part will be the column value of A from table T1 should be equals to the column value of B from the T2 table, right? So this would be our join condition. So first let me try to write that join condition for you and will show you the output, then it will be more clear to you. So here what we are trying to do, select star from this number pairs table, and here what it will be simple T1, okay? And then after that what we are trying to do, we will be doing a left join operation. Why left join? I will also explain it after showing the output. Left join again with this table number pairs, and we will name it as a T2. And what would be my join condition? The join condition will be value of B column from T1 table should be equals to value of A from the T2 table. And the second part of the condition will be T1 of A should be equals to T2 of B. Now this is done, and let me run this one and show you the output. Cool. So this one, the first part which is here, this is coming from the table T1, and this part is actually coming from the table T2, right? So you can see simply how this pair 1, 2 got chained with this one 2, 1 based on this condition. Since for 3, 2 there was nothing as such available, that's why I used left join, because we will be using these null related values in order to filter these pairs as well, because we need it in our output. Okay, so this one is clear that how it got joined. And when we will come to this pair 2, 4, so for this one the reversed pair was 4, 2. Make sense? We are clear till this part. And now for the 2, 1, obviously this condition will get satisfied because we are doing a self join. So this pair will find this one as a reversed pair, and that's why it is being populated here. For 5, 6, there was no as such reverse pair exist, so that's why these values are null. And for 4, 2, we found 2, 4. And now what we need to do, we need to print our output. And in our output, if you remember, the values were like this. Among these two pairs, 1, 2 and 2, 1, we were picking this one, right? And how we were actually picking this one? The value from the column A from table T1 should be less than the value of column A from the table T2. This kind of comparison we can put, right? And this way we will be only able to pick this pair and we will be discarding this one. And same thing applies for this 2, 4 and 4, 2. And we need these records as well in our output. So simply we can put a check for this column, right, where the T2.A is null. In that case, we are simply picking this one. No need to check for any equality related thing, right? Okay, so now let me complete this query. So this is our join part, and simply what we need to do, we need to select the columns which we want in our final output. So that we are going to select from T1 table itself, T1.B. And since this part, whatever we have written, it is giving us the joined output. And once we are getting the joined output on that part, we are applying some where clauses. And what would be those where clauses? First where clause will be that if this value of A column from T2 is null, then straightforward we are going to pick these records. There is no further checking required. Or let's say this is populated. In that case, we need to apply the logic for this one, that value of column A from T1 table should be less than value of A column from the T2 table. That's how we are going to pick any of one among these two, like 1, 2 to 2, 1. Now let me print this one, and here we can see the output which we were looking for. And now the time is to talk about the second approach, which is related to the exists operation. Exist operators like return kind of boolean true and false, and based on that, whatever outer query we have written and the column we have selected, only those values will get printed. So let's say after the exist operation, whatever query part we have written and there were some where clauses applied, and mostly it will be used with the where clauses because that's how the comparison will be made. So based on those checks, if we get some record as a output, right, whatever part we written after the exist operation, that means it's a true, because that outer part after the exist operation is returning some records or returning some values. If it is returning something, then it will be treated as a true value. But if it is not returning anything, in that case it will be treated as a false. So that's how this exist and not exist actually works. So how this select part is going to work here, what we are going to do, we are going to select the columns from this table T1. Again, the same table will be used twice here in order to make those kind of comparison. And even again using this exist operation, kind of we are doing the same comparison which we were doing in the join operation, like the way we were using the on conditions, right? The way we are using the condition here, similarly and indirectly the same condition will be used with the exist operation. It's a different way of doing a lookup, and it's a different way of using the things with the exist operation. So select star from number pairs table, and it will be T1. And here what we are going to do, we are going to apply a not exist operator, and I will explain it how it will work. So just have some patience, you will get everything. And select star from number pairs T2 where the same thing, right? I will exactly copy this condition. Like this part is definitely true. So here, let's say currently we are at this record, right? Because this is the first select part here. So we are iterating on this table row by row. Currently we are at this place, and in the not exist operation, what will happen for this particular record, this condition will be tested using the same table with the different name, right? So again, the way we were doing the join operation, similar kind of thing is happening here. And another condition we need to check, T1.a greater than T2.a, right? Now I will explain the main part here. First, I will show you the output, how it is working, whether it is executing or not. Alright, so it looks like there is some syntactical mistake. I know what I have missed. So it should be where. So that's how it will be done, and we can see the output. So how we can understand this execution part? So it's very straight and very simple to understand if we go word by word. So select star from this T1 table where this type of comparison shouldn't exist. Simply, right? This is the only criteria to check. Like you can pick any record from this table T1 where there isn't any kind of match for that particular record in this T2 table. If based on this condition some match is happening, you should definitely reject it because we are using this not exist. So this condition defines this one. We can only pick record from this table only and only this kind of matching pattern is not existing, right? That's why we have written this condition. So how this is happening, let me explain you with the help of this raw data from number pairs, right? So let's pick this record 1, 2, right? We are at this position, and now after this not exist operation, we will be at this particular expression. And how this expression is getting matched, just focus here, okay? So 1, 2, obviously there will be another pair which is existing 2, 1, and this condition will be completely matched. Or we can refer this output simply, the join part, right? 1, 2 and 2, 1 was there because this part was completely matched. T1.a greater than T2.a. So here T1.a is definitely not greater than this one, this T2.a, right? So that means this match got failed. So that means this part will return the false. And here we are doing the negation of the false, which will ultimately get true, and we can safely pick this record in our final output. Now similarly, let's say when we will be at this particular row, right? What will happen? Obviously, we will receive this output for sure because of this condition T1.b and this part, this condition will get matched and we will be receiving this intermediate output. Now just focus on this part as well. T1.a greater than T2.a. So here T1.a is definitely greater than T2.a. That means it is returning something. It is returning something. So typically if we are not using this not operation, so that means this particular expression is returning something. So it will be treated as a true. And since not is applied here, so that means it is doing a negation. So true means will be converted into the false. And if it is false, that means I'm not going to pick this particular row, and that's how we are eliminating the reverse number pairs with the help of this not exist operation. And now it's up to you to understand this particular hint related to the approach 3 and try to solve it by your own. I'm definitely really excited that how you are going to pick these hints and try to write that approach. And again, it will be really fun. Just do some brainstorming. And for the hint, I can add one more point. Don't think too much of complex things. Just stick with your basics and you will get the solution for this one. That's what I had for you guys in this video. I'm pretty sure you would have enjoyed solving this particular SQL question and whatever approach we followed together. If yes, and you find this video informative for your interview preparation related to SQL questions, then hit the like button so that this amazing video can reach to other aspiring data professionals. And also, if you are watching any of my video for the very first time, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. I will see you guys in the next week with another amazing SQL related problem. Till then, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself and your family too.